today's Know Your Nonprofit, we are learning more about Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week, and we have Cherise, a co-chair on the Public Awareness Committee for the Missouri Valley Coalition for Homeless People, joining us now. Cherise, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
What are you most hoping people are aware of for next week, which is Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week?
Yeah, so the first thing would be just that this actually does happen here. I specifically work with the youth, and so a lot of people are surprised to find out that, you know, last year during the school year, we identified 474 children that were experiencing homelessness or in a temporary home or in transition. And so some of the events that we have planned for next week are to try to bring that to light for people to know more about and maybe want to help out more within the community. And then it's also Runaway Awareness Month as well. And so we try and incorporate that in with the events that we have planned for next week.
I mean, 400 students, that's more than my hometown here in North Dakota. That's an incredibly high number that might surprise people. As you mentioned, those events that people can get involved in. Let's go through those events and let people know, like, hey, maybe this is something you want to join in on, maybe even for the first time.
Yes. So the first one would be YouthWorks, an agency in town, is having Night the Light or something in that context of you can buy or get green light bulbs from them, and the green is the color that represents runaways, and then you would put them in your front porch and light them that night of November 17th. So you can contact YouthWorks for that information. And then on the let's see, be the 19th, we are having, let's see, what was the 19th?
I'm going to actually just take a little sneak peek here. So Walk a Mile in My Shoes is on the 19th.
Yes, the 19th is Walk a Mile in Your Shoes. That's United Way does that event. And so you will meet at the United Way shelter, and they will walk about a mile within that community. And then they come back to United Way shelter, where they're going to have a luncheon and some tours if you have never been to that shelter before. And I believe that's at 11:30 is when they're congregating there. And then on Wednesday, the 20th, we're having, that would be the event that I sponsor. And so it's called No Longer Hidden. And so that 474 number that we talked about, we try to gather maybe that many people or students in one area. We give out green flashlights, and so they'll all light them up. And then we take a drone picture, aerial picture to represent those numbers. It's very powerful. We've never gotten 474 actually people there, but we're trying to get groups, and anybody can come out, not just students, family members, babies, bring everybody out. Last year we had amazing weather. You didn't even really have to have a coat on. I don't know if we're gonna have that this time, but anyway, it's kind of part of the, you know, being cold out there and standing, because homeless really doesn't care what the weather is like. So, so we're doing that at 6:30 at the Century High School parking lot on that Wednesday. And then the next day is the annual Freezing for a Reason. And so that happens on the corner of Expressway and 12th Street, and right by the Enterprise parking lot there. And we stand alongside with signs to represent and remind people about the homeless population that's going on in our community. We also are taking donations. We're taking winter coats or winter gear. And then we're also taking cash donations. And so you can just drive on into the parking lot and grab any one of us that are standing around and drop off either the winter gear or the cash donation, whatever kind of your heart wants to do that morning. And it's just a representation, again, of people being out outside, whether it's, some days we've had a bunch of snow, and like last year it was very, very nice out. So it kind of depends on what we're going to get this year.
Very interactive way to raise awareness and very impactful. Cherise, thank you so much for being with us today. And this is the Know Your Nonprofit. And for more information on the Missouri Valley Coalition for Homeless People, you can go to their website, and you can also learn more by visiting their Facebook page. Again, get involved during Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week. Information for that week right there on your screen.